Hey guys, N2 Collector here with another figure review. Next up is the Jada Toys, the Ultra Street Fighter 2, the Final Challengers, Violent Ken, San Diego Comic-Con 2024 exclusive. And I messed up, so I already took it out of the package. I don't typically take the figures out of the package until I record this first section of the video, and then I take it out of the package. Silly, silly me. I just went ahead and took it out of the package without recording a video with it first in the package. But anyway, let's go ahead and get back to how we would normally do things. So here is the slip cover that comes with the box, very reminiscent of the San Diego Comic-Con from last year, the Evil Ryu, as well as the Player 2 Chun-Li from this year. This is the same size box as that Evil Ryu, and then you get that Ken there. So, oopsie. So you could have seen how like the barrel and stuff was in there, but you know, I had taken it out. Look at the back of the box there. So again, silly me, but you guys probably don't care about that stuff anyway. So here we have the Violent Ken, the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. So it comes with some extra stuff that we would not get in a normal one. This was a $40 set. Great deal for 40 bucks in my opinion. We get this busted ass broken barrel there. We have a full good barrel, and it's done in this nice bronze color with a little bit of shading for the line. I don't know what that would be called. I don't know if that's the band that holds the metal together. But anyway, nice shading in there, so that is really cool. We get the typical effect stand there. We get the Haruken. Is that what it is? I don't remember what it is. It's got the hands in there, and they can actually see them nice and clear, which is cool. And then we get like the fire uppercut. So this nice pink color there, which is really good. We haven't gotten this yet, so this is new. We get a couple of extra heads. So we got the same two heads that we get with the regular Ken, like the smiling and the gritting teeth. And then here we have like a yelling head sculpt with his mouth open. And then we get the extra sets of hands. So Violent Ken, just like the regular release Ken. So kind of the same stuff, but as you can see, quite a big difference. He is a separate character in the player select there, and we get some weird paint going on with Violent Ken. So let's go ahead and just get in for the closer look at the figure. And by the way, this is available in stock right now at Jada Toys Next Level, their website. It is 40 bucks. It's in stock now, so you can order it now and get it for shipping. Link in the video description below. Okay, so here's the Violent Ken. I have a really hard time getting him to balance on like one foot to be able to do the, the uppercut, as he's jumping in the air. So you would have to use like a flight stand of some sort. I'm using like a footrest stand, and he does not want to balance out at all. So that is a bit unfortunate. But here we have Violent Ken. Some good things going on here, and some things that I think are weird. This is one where, it's one, I think it's an easy pickup for those that want like all the different players. If it's a separate player, it's different from a Player 2 repaint. It essentially is a repaint, but it is, again, a separate character in the character selection screen. So we have that going on for it. Lots of paint shading throughout, so you can see some purple over his red gi, as you look like here on the legs and stuff. You can see that purple shading kind of throughout. Seems to not come through as well on video, but I promise you can really see it in person. And then the head sculpt and his skin kind of has a lot of that purple shading in there as well. So much so, excuse me, I'm gonna make a little bit of adjustment here. So much so that I think it makes him look really weird, and it looks like he has a lot of makeup or something going on. That I don't think came out maybe the way that they had wanted it to, or is a little too heavy. So it's kind of funky. Like looking at his chest and his neck and everything, you could see that purplish pink color really throughout. You get it throughout his arms as well. But man, it's just really noticeable in the crevices in here in his chest, as well as his face. So this is the new Screaming one. That looks pretty good. You can see some highlights in the hair. It's kind of a white color with a little bit of yellow in there. His eyes are kind of grayed out, which looks pretty cool. There. So that's the Screaming head sculpt. Let's go ahead and pop that off, and let's put on like the gritted teeth one. And then you will look at like the shading, and you just really look at it and like, ooh, it's kind of funky. Ooh, looks like I got a little bit of extra plastic in there that would make it hard to put this head on there. Okay, we got it. So there, it's, yeah, see, just all over his cheeks. It just looks kind of bad. It looks like really bad blush. And then let's go ahead and put this one on there. And then this smiling one is the worst. It's just really bad. Look at how much is in there. It's really bad. It looks like like a Karen is ready to meet a store manager and get her complaints in. Like, it's just really bad. And his name's Ken. I guess that kind of works. I thought they were Kevins or whatever the male version of a Karen would be. But that's what it kind of reminds me in this, because it's just, they went really heavy with that shading. And I think it just looks, you know, really bad. So, yikes. But, I mean, it's still a cool set. It's still a separate character. We get a bunch of accessories and stuff, so it's an awesome set for $40. I am pleased with it. So let's take a look at these accessories. Oop, and there it goes. I'm not really sure why I'm having a hard time getting him to balance. He keeps wanting to fall back, which is kind of weird. But anyway, the uppercut fist flame here looks really good. As you can see, it kind of has an open, more space there to accommodate for the bent arm. But it looks nice. You can't see it's not fully solid. You know, they did put some kind of holes in the flame. So it's really nice. So you could just kind of, you know, fit that over his arm. You could see it allows for the bicep right there. So he can do his uppercut. And then you can use that on whichever arm you would like there, as long as you have kind of that opening there, of course, where it, you know, it would make sense. So you could do that. So nice touch. Nice that we get that new one here. For his Haruken, I think is what it is, and you know, I could be completely wrong, as you see all the reflection of the different lights. But we got the hands in there, which is cool. It looks like they're just like white hands. It looks like the glove portion, the padding on the glove on the back, could be there. I guess it's hard to tell a little bit, but we got the hands in there, which is cool, because if you like freeze frame it on the effect, you could actually see the hands in there, so it's a nice touch. We got in blue. We got a couple of different colors with this already, but in here we get this nice pink color there. And then we have these barrels. The barrels are nice and shading on them. They look good, so that's like the top of the barrel there. Again, came out really nice. The broken barrel is also a nice touch there, as you can see, kind of all the damage and everything. The barrel's been busted in half already, and I think that's from like the mini games, right? When you have to not like hit the items and then break them. I think that's what it's from. And you can kind of stand it. You can kind of hold it together as he's, you know, attacking it. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, broke the barrel. I win. I don't remember exactly what the mini game was. I'd have to go back and kind of take a look. I'm just trying to do everything based off of memory when I was a kid and played the game. But nice accessories to go along with this set. So before we take a look at the articulation, I forgot about the extra hands that we get. These are the same ones that we got with the previous release of Ken. And then again, just announced was the Player 2 version of Ken in the white gi that is exclusive to Entertainment Earth. We even get a little bit of that pink shading inside the palms of those hands there between the fingers, so pretty crazy. Now let's go ahead and take a look at Ken's articulation. Spoiler alert, it's really, really good. Okay, so Violent Ken's articulation, he can look up somewhat. The hair does hinder that a bit. He can look down quite a bit there because that neck comes... well, actually, just that dumbbell joint, it gets a lot of range on there. The neck itself is on a separate piece, but that neck doesn't do a whole lot. You can get it to turn a little bit for some pivot, but not a whole lot of motion in there. Swivel at that head. The shoulders, you can get the arms to go straight on out like so. You get a full rotation in there. You got a butterfly joint that can get the arm to go way, way back. Coming forward, you can do it a little bit for some crossbody, not a huge amount, but you do get some. He's got quite a large chest in there. You got an upper bicep swivel in there. Double jointed pinless elbow gives you that much bend there at the elbow. Wrists swivel, and they do hinge, standard horizontal hinge on all the hands. This hand seems like it's a little loose on that wrist. Yeah, see? That's not normal. Anyway, we got the diaphragm cut. You can open the gi, actually, as you can see. It just kind of clips on in there, and you can open it up. You can see how like the torso looks. You've got a diaphragm joint and then a ball joint at the waist, so it's pretty awesome. Really good movement in there. So I'm going to show you guys. You know, let me just remove that gi top so I can show you guys how much he moves, and then I'll put it back on there and I'll show you guys the articulation with it on. But I want you guys, in case this is like your first, you know, time seeing one of the Jada Toys Street Fighter figures, you can see what it's really all about. So you got that diaphragm cut on there, and ooh, it's really stiff. It doesn't want to move on its own at all. So I can't, I guess if I'm tilting all the way to the left, I'm doing more so at the ball joint at the waist, not so much at the torso, which is kind of odd. Going back, not a whole lot going back. Oh, there we go. So I can get the upper torso to move back quite a bit. I can't get it to move forward, and I can't get it to tilt to the left or right, but I was just able to get it to move back some. Coming forward with the waist, though, you can come forward that much there. Trying to think, do we have drop down hips? No drop down hips, but you can do the full splits already. Can kick forward that far, which is really good. Leg goes back a fair amount. You got an upper thigh cut in there. Double jointed pinless knee, that much bend at the knee. You get a swivel at the ankle, right at the leg where it goes into the pant leg there. And then this one has the tattered leg bottoms as opposed to regular Ken that has the clean leg bottom. So this one's going to follow suit with like Evil Ryu there. So it uses those same legs. You get a foot hinges down, you get hinge up, ankle pivot, peg holes at the bottom of the feet. So I'm going to go ahead and put that gi on and buckle the belt back on there, and then I'll show you the upper torso articulation with that gi top back on. Okay, so back in the upper the articulation. So it does, you know, you don't see the big gap when you tilt to the left or you tilt to the right there, which is good. You know, going back, you can still go back a fair amount. Coming forward is still a pretty good amount because you know, it's very soft rubber that the gi material is made out of. So you know, really no need to worry there. One thing that I also didn't realize is Ken also has a clean gi cut off at the shoulders, whereas the Evil Ryu does have the tattered cutoffs there. So these Kens are not the exact same. Ken is more like Evil Ryu, except with red color, and you know, essentially the only difference there. Okay, so here we got the Hadouken, if I'm saying that right, Hadouken projectile. So it's whoops. I guess the weight of that, you can do it a couple of different ways to kind of get the weight of it. But there we go. So nice touch. The awesome accessories. Again, we've kind of seen all this stuff before, so nothing is really new except, you know, the uppercut flame, which is really cool. So let's go ahead and kind of get him into that pose a little bit here. Yeah, I just can't get Ken to balance on one foot, so it's kind of tough. So, you know, he could do his uppercut, you know, however you do it. You can do different kinds of flight stands or different other types of stands, and then edit them out and crop them out if you're looking to do photography. But I can't get him to balance. So at that ankle, he just can't. Like, it's just too wobbly at the hinge and everything there. It's just, he's not. Nope, it's not going to work. Can't do it. Okay, so let's go through our side-by-side comparisons. Here we have the Violent Ken and the regular Ken. Here we're going to throw in the Evil Ryu there. So we have kind of our evil versions of both of those guys. And then our San Diego Comic-Con exclusives, we also are going to throw in the Player 2 Chun-Li, because Chun-Li was exclusive to Comic-Con, this same Comic-Con, as Violent Ken. Violent Ken was definitely the one people were picking up more so, but definitely people were picking up Chun-Li, and I wish more people probably had, because you know what? That is an awesome figure set right there. So here we have it. We've now got 3 Chun-Li figures. We've now got 3 Ryu figures, and Violent Ken is the second Ken, but we will have the Player 2 version of Ken that is exclusive to Entertainment Earth. It is available for pre-order now. I have links in the video description below, so you can get the pre-order in there. So I would say 3 of arguably the most familiar characters from Street Fighter. I think every character is pretty familiar, but I would say these 3 could be some of the more familiar. I mean, Zangief, everyone's going to know him. Bison, Dawson, Vega, E Honda, like they're all Blanca, like they're all, you know, very popular and recognizable. But you know, I think these 3 are some of the most. These are definitely my go-to ones when I played the game. It was always Ryu or Ken. Chun-Li too, because she had an awesome moveset. But it's kind of fitting that we would get multiple versions of these ones. I don't know, you know, why Violent Ken wouldn't have, not Violent, the Player 2 Ken wouldn't have been revealed at San Diego Comic-Con. So I think some of those Player 2 repaints that might be exclusive to other places, you know, Player 2 Ryu was available at Paul Mart store. Player 2 Chun-Li in red was exclusive to Target, and now the white Ken will be exclusive to Entertainment Earth. I wonder if Big Bad Toy Store will be like another exclusive. You know, we shall see. I thought there was supposed to be a Deluxe Fei Long coming too. I thought that was revealed somewhere. Maybe that's going to be at a later date or something. But we shall see. But you guys let me know down in the comments below, what do you think of these Jada Toys Street Fighter figures? I think they're fantastic. The San Diego Comic-Cons are really nice because they're deluxe. You get different accessories, like the Evil Ryu had the different signs and things like that. Here we get these break apart barrel. and we get the other barrel, and then we get the additional effect piece there. So lots of cool stuff. But you guys let me know down in the comments below your thoughts on the Jada Toys Street Fighter line. Did you pick up these San Diego Comic-Con exclusives? Let me know. If you're looking to get them, Next Level, Jada Toys Next Level, their website, they are in stock right now for Chun-Li and Violent Ken. Evil Ryu, obviously, it's a year old now, so there's not going to be any available there, but you can get Ken and Chun-Li now. So links in the video description below if you want to get an order in. If you guys like this video, please do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. And as always, thank you for watching.